I know in the last video I said that the next video would come back to observer mode and present some new material that relates to that. But today I heard a podcast that came out yesterday, August 8th, from Hidden Brain that's called In the Heat of the Moment. And I really think everyone should listen to it. A lot of what was in that podcast relates to what we've been talking about. It relates to how the mind lies to us, how, one of the things I'm not sure that I covered in here, but is part of what my philosophy in psychology is. There are many of me, right? And this podcast talks about that a little bit, how when you're angry, that's one aspect of you, and when you're calm, that's a different aspect of you. And when you're calm, you can't imagine how you would behave when you're angry, and when you're angry, you can't possibly behave the way you would behave when you're calm. This podcast addressed that a little bit, and he calls that actually the empathy gap. And it's basically how when we're in one emotional state, we're actually a different person than we are when we're in a different emotional state. And it gives all these examples of that and how that affects judging others. But one of the big reasons that I'm doing this video now is because I really believe that if we get better and better at observer mode, we become less and less attached to our feelings. We become less and less apt to act in a way that we don't feel is like ourselves. So I'm hoping everybody gives that a listen. I will be back in a couple of days with the next video, which will address the difference between observer mode and being mode, actually, is where we're going with that. But I wanted to get this out there. So thank you.